What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Barefoot, Botany and Bonsai. So we headed up to the top of the ridge today on the back of the property, and we had one thing in mind, and I'll get to it. That was our specific goal for today, but we did find some more really cool stuff. Some will be used for bonsai, some will be grown to full-size trees, because we also do that. Let me start here. This is a Catalpa. Now, these are really cool shade trees, and they get this amazing bark. And let me see if I can get in on there. So the bark is really cool on these. It's like super smooth, but also kind of gnarly at the same time. And they get these giant leaves. So this one is actually gonna be grown to a full-size tree, unless it ends up getting some potential as a bonsai once I get it in a small pot. We'll see. We're gonna transplant that, but these are very nice big shade trees. They kind of like droop over, kind of like what it's doing right now, actually. How it droops like that. The branches droop kind of like a willow, but not so much. But that was a cool find. We found the parent trees for this little guy, and they were massive. So that's promising. Now here's something we found along the bank of the creek. This is called red shank, and it can be seen by its distinctive red shank. But this is a clumping plant, and I always wanted to put this in the garden. It needs a lot of water. Like, it needs to be a really wet spot, but it gets these beautiful clumps and these nice pink flowers on here. I'll zoom in nice and close for you there. That was pretty. They're like these little almost look like rubber balls. But that was a cool, it's all over the place up there, but I just wanted to grab a chunk just to have it because I love the look of it. Now, one of the things we went to find that we didn't know we were going to find actually till we got there was red oak. And we actually got 3 of them. So this one, this is the first one we pulled out. It's nice big broad leaves that I think, it's got an awesome root system that I think is going to transplant well. This little guy was on the edge of the cliff, and I was able to reach over and just pluck a clump of roots up. But I thought the leaf formation on that thing was really nice. And then this big guy here, I don't know if he's going to make it because his roots weren't great. These were all growing like in shale, so they're a little tough to pull out, but that is a nice looking tree with a little slight deviation there. So we'll pop that little piece off, but that was cool. So then there's this little hemlock, little eastern hemlock here. I believe it's an eastern hemlock, but this was growing in moss, and you can see the root system on this one is just vigorous. This thing is gonna be a nice tree. So I'm gonna keep it in the moss and just get it in a small pot, and that thing's gonna grow up really nice and strong, I can already tell. So then, the thing that we went for, so up at the top of that cliff, you can see from the bottom, you can see this beautiful stand of white pines, and they're silhouetted along. I'll put some pictures up if I can find some that I took, but absolutely beautiful white pines. So we actually found some. We went up there. It was a long hike to the top, and we went specifically for the white pines. So I found this little fella. And then I'm looking all over, and most of them are, you know, 4 to 6 feet tall. So I'm like, I can't dig something out like that. Especially now, it's like September. It won't even live. These guys will be fine though. So then I found this one. This is the most gorgeous, most perfect little white pine specimen I've ever seen. Look at that. It looks like something out of a Dr. Seuss book. I love the white pines just for those long, graceful needles. And this one is perfect. And you can see down here, I got a lot of root system for this one. So this guy is going to thrive. I'm going to get him in a nice big pot so he can just love life. But look at, I'll go inside here. Look at those, how healthy the needles are on this thing. It is absolutely perfect little specimen. So we're going to get these guys potted up. What a day. What spectacular finds today. Nothing super uncommon, but just really good, strong, healthy specimens of each of these plants. So I'm super happy with this. I'm sure you'll see them all potted up in future videos. Maybe we'll do a video on potting some of these. I don't know. We'll see. But thank you guys, everybody. Thank you for watching. God bless and stay green.